Hello everyone, this is an extended version of the tutorial I posted on TikTok on how I made these really beautiful, not so regular buttonholes. The video is kind of all over the place, it's unplanned. I just said I should post the longer version here where I explain why I did what I did. I just give more explanation here. So this is the good side. This is where we're going to make our buttonholes. You can easily hem it like so, like I did in the previous video, or I think a more better way to do it is just take another piece. You can touch here, but since this is a tutorial, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, 1 inch off, lay it like this. Make sure the good sides are facing each other, and then you're gonna sew here. Okay. So you're going to need a loop turner for this part. And it's going to be according to your desire, like how many buttons you're gonna have. So now this is just for tutorial purpose, so it's the short. Make sure the length matches the length where you're going to like attach buttons, if that makes sense. And then now you're gonna fold with the good side facing each other, and you're gonna sew about 2/8 of an inch, depending on how small or how thick you want. You can go as thick as this. I think it's really nice. If you want, you can like just look. Okay, let's say I just have an idea. Okay, you can make it as thin as possible. You can make it this thin if you want, or you can, according to the design, you can make the design to be this thick. So I'm gonna fold and sew. Okay, off camera. So this is what we have. Now you don't want to sew too small. You can go as small as you want if you cut the fabric on a true bias, but this is not a true bias, so you have to be careful. Don't go too small because you won't be able to turn it inside out. So now I'm going to clean out the excess fabric. I'm not going to clean too much because I want it to have like a little bit of thickness for it not to be too flat. So I'm going to leave this much fabric, so when I turn it inside out, it will have some fabric like a lining inside. Yeah, am I making sense? Am I? Okay, so then you put your loop inside. Oops. And then you hook, and then you start pulling just like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, so you see now we have these. It kind of resembles a cut. Now it's not as flat as it was before because you have some fabric inside. For this next part, you're going to need a really small needle and a thread. Really small, and it's normally used for hand beading and embroidery work and hand stitch work, where you don't want to see the thread or you don't want to see holes in the fabric. Okay, when you're threading it, you're not going to tie both ends, you're just going to tie one. This is the easiest way to thread in. So you're going to take your needle and pass in here, and then you see I'm gonna lay these. The wideness of the holes, it's gonna depend on the size of the button. These are 1/2 inch, so I'm going to use these as reference and just mark. Now that I have this, I'm gonna tap exactly here and pull inside. Make sure the needle is not coming out like so. You're gonna go one more time in the same spot. This time when you come in here, you just push your needle in the same spot, and you're gonna go in the same spot on the other end, and then you're gonna push your needle Oh my god, I hope I'm making sense. You're gonna push your needle all the way to the next spot. Here. Make sure your needle comes out in the next spot. Like so. See? It should be inside here. It comes out in the next spot. You don't have to worry if it like this. You know you're gonna pull the thread at the end of the project. So whatever. Put in here. And then pull in the same spot because you want to go 2 times, okay? Right in the next, and then go to the next spot. The needle in. See, make sure the needle is not coming out. And then you pull. And this time you can pull the thread. Okay. Come here again. And then you pull. And I already know what half an inch looks like, so I'm just gonna go. If you don't know what half an inch looks like, you can pin mark with a chalk or an erasable marker. And I'm gonna pull. The end of the tunnel. And then you're gonna pull your thread. That's it. And here we have this. I added the buttons on the other side just to demonstrate. And voila. Yeah.